Hello everyone, today is day number 40 of us helping you to prepare for IELTS. If you have any questions, you can write them in the chat. I'm waiting for your questions. What are we going to talk today about? What are we going to talk about today? Okay, so if you have any questions, any suggestions, or any news, что у вас нового, что интересного, как дела ваши, что делаете, что нового? Hello, Аружан. Скорее всего, вас зовут Аружан. Hello, how are you? How's your preparation for IELTS? Are you preparing for IELTS? Are you taking the IELTS? When are you taking the IELTS? Can you tell me? How are you preparing? Are you using any books or resources that I've shown you yesterday? Are you using the websites for the writing, for the speaking? Where are other people? What about other people? What's going on? Okay. Why don't we do some speaking? Okay, let me just open the book. I will tell you something about speaking. I just started preparing for the IELTS. Yes, I am here. Healthy69. Hello. I'm glad to see you, but you are not the first one today. Aruzhan is the first one. Okay, Aruzhan, how's your preparation going? If you have just started. What is difficult? What is easy? Do you have anything to say? Let's look at, let's look at some. I will, just a second. I will switch on the speaking part. Okay. Which one was that? Was that yourielts.com? New questions. yourielts.com. Okay, let's look at yourielts.com. Here we have yourielts.com. If you don't know, this is the website yourielts.com, which helps you to prepare for speaking. Okay, you can write your questions if you want. I will read the questions a bit later. So today we're going to talk about, I will be talking something about the topic that we have here, and then you can use those ideas in your own speaking. Okay, it's a bit challenging. I'm finding the reading section a bit difficult. So reading is actually difficult if, the main difficulty in reading is connected with the words, because there are many words, many new words, some maybe there might be some unusual vocabulary or unfamiliar vocabulary that you don't know. That's why it might be a bit difficult. But don't worry, there are many strategies that you can make it easy for you. The first and the most important strategy is to find where the answer is. Okay, so if you have found where the answer is, you have done half of the job. Another half is just to find the correct answer. It's a word, or maybe it's a true or false. You can figure it out. Okay. So let's look at speaking. What new topics do we have here? Speaking part 1. IELTS speaking part 1. Okay, it's August. Okay, let's see. So, the topics that always will be there is about your work or studies, then about your accommodation, then about your hometown or city, and your country. Okay, so please be prepared for those 4 questions. Be prepared to talk about your city. Be prepared to talk about your hometown or your country. Okay? So let's look at watches, tidiness, history, evening time, sport programs, films, old buildings, life stages. Okay, let's take... Okay, so not recently, but last year when I was teaching my students about speaking, we had a practice with boys and girls. Boys had no problem with this question about cars, but girls had some problems with the question about cars because some of them are not interested in cars and they don't know any vocabulary connected with the cars. Okay, so that's why you have to know something about cars. There are different types of cars, like different things. Okay. I joined a Telegram group. There are many books there. I am confused about where to start. Could you please make a guideline on how to use those resources? Yeah, okay, I will tell a bit later. Should I watch the previous life lessons first or should I start with the current life lesson? So, Aruzhan, you can start with this one. You can listen to my speaking today. Then you can, after you have watched this one, you can rewatch the previous ones. Okay, so you will have time until tomorrow. You will have 24 hours to watch other videos so you can catch up. Okay, Jihan, I will explain it, no problem. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so let's talk about cars. What type of cars do you like? What type of cars do I like? What type of cars do I like? Okay, there are many types of cars. And especially there are many types of cars that I personally like. For example, one of my most favorite car types are pickup cars. You know, with the section at the back for the luggage, not for passengers. And I find them really practical. So I look at the practical side of the car. And I find them really useful in everyday household, especially if you are a man in a big household where you have to carry many instruments with you, or maybe there might be an occasion when you have to move around the city with lots of luggage. Okay, it can be any type of luggage. So that's why I like them. They're very practical. Other than that, I might probably like some of the off-road cars, right? Like the big one. I don't know why, but I really like the off-road cars. I know that I do understand that I will never use them off-road. I will use them usually on roads. But anyways, their look, their aggressive styles, their power of their engine, it just, I don't know, it gives me a special sense of having everything in my control. So that's why I really like those cars. Probably other men would say the same thing like me. Okay. And also I really don't like the cars that are very low, because you cannot ride them, like they are easily they can be easily damaged by the side of the, like by the side, even if you park, if you don't park properly, you might get damaged your bumper. It's that easy to damage the low cars. I don't know why people like them. Okay. For example, Collins, Barnes, and so many vocabulary books, which is the most irritating. Hello, I like modern convertible cars. I prefer, yeah. You can answer those questions as well. Cedric Coffin, hello, happy to see you. JZ Design, hello. Arujan is answering. Arujan is taking advantage of this lesson. She's doing the work actually. Okay, she's getting advantage of this lesson for free. Okay, so you can also write the answers. You can use my ideas. You can use Arujan's ideas. Her idea is pretty good actually. So she said, Arujan says, I like modern and comfortable cars. Yes. I prefer SUVs because they are spacious and safe. Very good. I also like electric cars because they are better for the environment. Yes. Very good answer. Perfect. But one thing I would add at the end is an example. Okay, so you can add some examples at the end. You can say, I really like SUVs because they are spacious and safe. For example, when I buy a car in the future, or you can say, for example, I'm planning to buy a car in the future, which is SUV, because I'm planning to have a big family and I can carry my kids with me. That's why I really like those cars. Okay, just a little bit decoration. So this is not necessary, but it would be a bit more beautiful. But this one is also a good answer. It's a good answer. Okay. So, Notebook LM Dictionary, what's up? Hello, what's up? I'm really good. What is up with you? Okay, next question. If you want, you can answer the questions with me. Do you prefer to be a driver or a passenger? So, my preferences of driving a car has changed recently because maybe I'm getting old and I would rather be a passenger and not stress out because of the traffic and not to worry about being always alert while you're driving. I don't know. I usually get tired when I drive a car. Like recently, I've noticed that I started to get sleepy. I started to get a bit unfocused when I'm driving a car. And I started to drive really slowly, even slower than the traffic. That's why people get pissed off. And I really don't want to I don't want to be how to say, I don't want to make any uncomfortable or maybe dangerous situations on the road. That's why I would prefer to be on the passenger side. It's now, but before that, about maybe 10 years ago, I would really love to drive a car. I would how to say, my love, my passion for driving a car was so high. No, not high. Was so strong, right? That I would say yes to any type of occasion that would call for a car and a driver. Sometimes I would be unpractical because I would burn my fuel for no reason. Maybe because I was too hyped up about it, and maybe I was too how to say, maybe I was too young, if you can say so. But now I'm more settled down and I'm more calm about driving a car. I'm not that passionate about it, actually. Okay. I prefer to be a passenger because I can relax, listen to music, or look out the window. Good. I don't have a driver's license yet, so being a passenger is more convenient for me. Is more convenient. So you can say that I don't have a driver's license yet, so I have no other option. You can say I have no other option but to be a passenger. But I don't mind it. But when I get my driver's license, I would certainly drive a car. You can say so. Okay? Maybe I'm overreacting. I'm sorry. JZ Design, hello, how are you? Notebook LM. I like sport cars because they are modern and most popular. They are modern and popular. Not most popular, you can say more popular or just popular, okay? That everybody wants to have. Or the most popular cars that everybody wants, that everyone wants. Not everybody, but everyone wants. One of them is BMW. It's quite comfortable. For example, BMW cars. You can say, for example, not one of them. It sounds a little bit unnatural, okay? So in order to sound natural, you can say, for example, BMW, a perfect sports car, okay? It's quite comfortable and can accelerate quickly. Yes, accelerate, a really good word. It's a good word, accelerate. You can, others, you can write down this word. It's connected with cars. It shows that you know what you're talking about. Okay, accelerate, really good word. Okay, plus 1 point to Notebook LM. Plus 1 point. Okay, and also Aruzhan plus 2 points because you have answered 2 questions. No, you have answered, 2 questions. Okay, so Aruzhan got 2 points, Notebook LM got 1 point. Okay, Маленький гений, hello, how are you? How is it? That's perfect. You explain everything so clearly. I'm really happy that I joined today's live lesson. Yes, I'm really happy that you joined my lesson. I am happy, not you, me. I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy to see you here. Okay, Notebook LM. Okay. So let's move on to another question. Again, about cars. You can use my ideas, or you can use any ideas from Notebook LM or Aruzhan. You can use them here. Okay. Let's see. Did you enjoy traveling by car when you were a kid? To be honest, when I was a little boy, in my childhood, we didn't have a car until I was a teenager. So, I traveled on a car, if you can say so. If you can, I traveled by bus with my parents. Until I was a teenager, I really didn't like it because I usually got dizzy, and there was a time when I even vomited during the ride, and it was an awful experience. That's why probably I got a psychological trauma for that. From that memories, childhood memories. That's why I really don't like traveling by bus nowadays. But apart from that, if you talk about cars, when my father bought his first car, like our family bought our first car, I was a teenager, and it was a really good experience actually, compared to as opposed to traveling by bus, because buses are very bulky. You got, how do you say it, when you go through a bump on a bus, how do you say it? Тебя укачивает, тебя шатает туда-сюда. You jump around inside the bus, but when you're driving on a car, it's more comfortable, and also it's more convenient because you can drive wherever you are, wherever you want, and whenever you want. It's always available. And then I understood the benefits of having a car. That's why, particularly about the car, I can say that they are very practical, and also they're very useful to have, especially if you have a kid in your family. That's why I really loved those experiences, even when I was a kid. Okay, so I can say that I really loved traveling by car, especially when you're traveling from one city to another, because you can stop wherever you want, whenever you want. And if there is for example, a lake, right, or there is an ocean, or I don't know, like a river beside, like along the road, you can stop wherever you want if you feel hot, and you can jump into the water, just have a great time there, swim a little bit, refresh yourself, and then you can go on with your trip. But when you're traveling on another type of vehicles, it's a bit difficult, right? So that's why I really like traveling by car. Okay, let's see. Sultanbekova, why did you delete your why did you delete your message? Don't delete your message. Okay. I learned few words today. Okay, I'm really happy. Malika, how are you? Malika, hello, how are you? Okay, Aruzhan, yes, I did. My family and I often went on road trips during holidays. I enjoyed looking at the scenery and talking with my parents during the journey. Perfect answer. Another point for Aruzhan. Perfect answer. I really liked your answer. Okay, really good answer. Okay, Sultanbekova, how can you give me advice for increasing IELTS score? I have 5.5. I wanna get 7. Please give some advice. So if you want to get 5, if you wanna like improve from 5.5 to 7, you will have to work on listening and reading. You have to have listening at least, if you want to have 7, you have to have at least 7.5 or 8. Okay, let me show you. Okay, let me show you. I have a table here. So look here. In order to have an overall 7, you have to have speaking, you have to have 6, and writing you have to have at least 6. Okay, it's better if you have 6.5. Writing and speaking, it must be at least 6. Then listening and reading has to be at least 7 or 7.5. It's more than 30 correct answers. You have to have 32, 35 answers correct. So you have to work on your listening to make it almost perfect. You can have 5 mistakes. In listening, you can have 5 mistakes. In reading, you can have 5 mistakes. Then you will get 7. Okay, so I would recommend working on your listening and reading to make it more than 35, to get to 35 out of 40. So it also depends on your marks, on your level of writing and speaking. If your writing and speaking is about 6 or 6.5, then you can work on listening and reading. But before that, you have to improve your writing and speaking up to 6. Okay, make it 6 or 6.5. Then you will get 7. No problem. Okay. Okay, so JZ Design. When I was a child, I used to travel a lot, but I didn't like it. Okay. I simply had no choice because my father worked, maybe that, as a truck driver, but who loves driving. Okay, for the second question, right? So let me show you the questions. Not this one. This one. Okay. I prefer to be a driver because I'm a person who loves driving. Yeah, good. If I had a chance to drive any car, I would sit in and drive. I would sit and drive. Or you can say, I wouldn't reject the opportunity. Or I wouldn't, how to say it? I wouldn't miss the opportunity. You can say so. Or I would use the opportunity. I would use any opportunity to be a driver. You should. I would use any opportunity to be a driver. Even better. Okay, sounds better. And then it gives more experience and enjoyable activity. It's an enjoyable activity. So you can say enjoyable, or how do you say it? It gives more experience. What do you mean it gives more experience? You can say that way I become more experienced, or I would have more experience by doing so, and also I really enjoy it. Or you can say I really enjoy this experience of driving a car. You can say so. Okay, notebook LM, it's for the second question. Yeah, okay, I understood. Sultanbekova, thank you. How to increase reading? So how to improve reading? I would recommend you to watch my videos. I would recommend you to, first of all, there is a playlist called IELTS course. IELTS course, it's in Russian. Okay, so you can watch this playlist where there is a reading. You can watch it, and then you can download the books. And let me show you. I think it was the day before yesterday, I sent this book, IELTS Reading, a very useful book. Okay, so please use it. IELTS Reading Formula Maximizer. It has skills, strategies, tips, and techniques. So also it has many exercises. It has 300 pages. Okay, so in order to improve your reading, you can please use this book. Okay, also watch the videos that I made. You can watch live lessons at the very beginning. It was, I don't remember, at the very beginning, like a month ago, from the first, second, third lesson, I don't remember. There are lessons where I did IELTS book number 21. I have explained all the reading parts. You can watch it. Okay, and then you can watch lessons on strategies. Also, read this book and use strategies from this book. They are the same actually. And here you see reading skills. You can do the exercises here. Here are the answers, also the techniques, the exercises. Okay, the text, for example. Reading task, example 2. So here is a text, and here is the exercise. You have to find the words from this text. Okay, so you don't have to look for the text. And also you can practice it on Engnovate. Okay, I have shown it. So that's why this book. So you can download this book from my Telegram channel. It's from recent files. Please give some books to increase score, or firstly I should increase my score to C1. I would recommend you, so it depends on your level. What level are you? B1, B2. If you are B1 or B2, you can start preparing for the IELTS. But remember that if you want to get 7, you have to understand the text on B2. You have to be level B2. With level B1, it will be very difficult for you to understand the text. It will be very difficult for you to use more advanced words. Okay, so I would recommend you to improve to B2 and then working on preparation of IELTS. Okay, you can do so. Okay, I will answer. So where is that book? This book in Telegram channel. The link is in the description of this video. You can download it from there. Okay, Jihan, how to use those resources? Confused about where to start. So it depends on what you are going to do. Okay, so let me explain to Jihan first. So you have to download. So what you have to download? First of all, I would recommend you to download Baran's book. Okay, I have explained it before, but I will explain it again, no problem. So this book, you can download it. Okay, then here we have many vocabulary divided into different topics. Okay, for example, unit 1 is about nature. Unit 2 is about leisure time, free time. Unit 3 is about transportation. Unit 4 is about culture. And all of those units have very specific vocabulary, like topic specific vocabulary. Okay, so first it says about for example, in the unit 1, here we have the words, you see, the new vocabulary, and also it has definitions, but definitions are scrambled. You have to match the definitions with the words. You can use dictionary, or you can no, it's better to use a dictionary. Use a dictionary, find the meaning, and then find the definition here. Okay, so this will be your first exercise. Then you will have a text connected, which has these words, with new words. You can read it for yourself if you want, but remember that there are exercises after the text, connected with the text. Exact types of questions which you will get on IELTS. So this is like killing two birds with one stone. You are learning new vocabulary, also using the vocabulary, and learning or practicing the techniques. Okay, for example, here the questions are which paragraph contains this information. Okay, this information you have to find in the paragraphs. Okay, so you can work with the paragraphs doing so. Then we have another exercise for the words. Here you have to fill it with the words. There are some extra words that you don't need. Then the next part of the unit is this one. It has forms, different forms of the same word. For example, defense, the word defense has 3 forms. First is just a noun. Next is a noun, but it's a person. And the third form is defend, it's like a verb. And here we have an example which is used in a sentence. Example sentence with this word. You can read it, you can write it down if you want, or you can just read it yourself so that you remember it. And it has different words. Not only those words that were at the very beginning. Okay? It has different forms, that's why you have to learn them. Then, after that, it will have a practice with the forms of the word. Here you have, for example, here, you have to choose one of these 3 words. One of these 3 forms of the word. Is it an adjective? Is it an adverb or a noun? Okay, so you have to figure it out by looking at the place, by looking at the context. You have to read this. Okay, so you have to read this sentence and find the answer. Okay, so another practice. Then you will have, like here, some new words, how, like extra information. Then you will have listening, which is connected with this topic, which has these new words. And also the format of the questions are the same as in listening in the actual IELTS. Also practice for the IELTS and practice for the words. Okay? Then listening, you can find it on YouTube. You can write essential words for the IELTS Barnes 2011 and you will have listening. You can find it, okay? Then you will have writing. I don't know. If you want, you can write something and send it here on live lesson. I will check it if you want. And then speaking, here you have speaking. If you cannot practice speaking with someone else, you can just write down the answers yourself. Don't say the answers. Write them down with your hand because you will remember this. You will remember it better. Don't learn by heart. Just write it down. You will remember it better, okay? Then it moves to another topic. It's about birds. And the same thing. Words, definition, text, exercises, and then again exercises, then words with forms, then you will have practice, then you will have, for example, here listening, then you will have writing and speaking. And then it goes to another topic. And so on. Okay, and that way you will learn many new words. It has many new words actually. Very useful book. Okay, you can start with those. And also, if you want to improve your general vocabulary, right? Not the academic vocabulary like specifically for IELTS, but generally like knowing many words, you can use this book. I call it Penguin Books. Very easy. You can start with pre-intermediate. It's vocabulary number 2. Penguin vocabulary number 2. You can download it. And here we have many different topics. 60 units. And every unit has at least 10 words. It's like just words with some exercises. It's for little children, like for school children. But for you, it also can be very interesting. You can do it as puzzles. Okay, you can do it yourself. Very easy and very useful. It has all basic words. Like it's about family, verbs, jobs, for example, nouns, and so on. You can use it. And if pre-intermediate is very easy for you, if you know 90% of those words, you can move to book number 3. It's intermediate. Not pre-intermediate, but intermediate. It also has 60 units, different activities, different words. You can use it yourself. Okay, so basically two books. Okay, first book is Barnes, second book is Penguin Vocabulary. You can work on those. You can start. If you want to start with those 2 books. Very useful. And you will not get bored actually. It's very interesting. You will learn many new words and many new information. Okay, let's look at your questions. We have stopped without speaking. We have to continue actually. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let's see. Where is that book? That book is in Telegram channel. I think they are. The color can make a car look more stylish. Car colors. Yeah, okay, let's answer. I will read your answers, then I will answer myself, okay? So the fourth question. Do you think car colors are important? Aruzhan says, yes, I think they are. The color can make a car look more stylish. Yes, perfect. Personally, I like black, white, and silver because they look elegant and are easy to match with any style. With any style of what? With any outfit. You can say with any outfit. Or it can match any occasion. For example, if you are going to a party or if you are going to an official meeting, you can go like it's like a standard color. It goes with everything. Okay, Jay-Z design. My listening is 8, reading 6.5, speaking 6.1, writing 6. I can achieve best within 1 month. 7.5. you have to, in order to get 7.5, your writing should be 6.5, speaking should be 7, and reading should be 8. Your reading, so improve your reading, work on reading. Work on reading and speaking and writing. Listening is okay, your listening is okay. Reading should be 8, speaking should be 7, writing should be 6.5. Okay, then you will get 7.5, no problem. Okay, Arujan, yes, I agree with you. Okay, what do you usually do when there is a traffic jam? Yes, I agree with you. What do you mean? At the moment, my English level is B1. Rozan answers my question. Okay, I agree with you. At the moment, my English level is B1, so understanding text is still a bit challenging for me. That's why I'm reading English articles now to improve my reading skills. Actually, Rozan, I have good news. If you want, you know what? I have sent to Telegram channel a reading collection. You can find the PDF file, which is called a reading collection from Egnavate. It contains not only Cambridge books, it contains all of the paid information in Egnavate. I share it free. You can download it, read those articles, read those passages, and also you can do the exercises if you want. Okay, so this will be like two. You can do two things: learn new words and also practice your reading. You can do both things. Okay. Okay, let me answer this question, and then probably we will finish. Do you think car colors are important? Well, it depends it depends on many factors. And for example, in the city where I live, most of the cars are white because our city is very hot in summer, and there's a lot. So there are a lot of sunny days in a year. That's why having a dark colored car or a car with a different color other than white will not be practical, because a car would get hot really easily, and if it has a dark color, and if it has a different color other than white, it will the color of the car will fade much faster than just having a white car. But other than that, I would really prefer a dark colored color myself, because I think that black, especially black colors, they look really brutal, and also they look really serious. I don't know how to explain it, but I think that black color is like, in my mind at least, black color is associated. I associate black color with seriousness. Okay, maybe because I'm a teacher, and when I go to school I wear black suit, and it shows me as I'm a serious teacher, and that's why I really love black colored cars. They look more serious. I don't know how to explain. Maybe cars have personalities in my mind. I don't know. What else? What else? Nothing else? No? Okay, what do you usually do when there is a traffic jam? So, it depends on the day of the week. If it's a work day, if it's just a weekday, when I'm going to work, there's usually a traffic jam. And in traffic jams, I really like to listen to podcasts, or to watch some YouTube videos, YouTube lectures connected with the topic that I really like, and to not only just sit there and listen to music. Okay, I wouldn't prefer to spend my commute time on on just relaxing. I would prefer to improve my brain and to learn some new things and maybe to learn some new perspectives from other people. That's why I really love to watch the podcast from specialists in their field, especially about like teaching English language, which is closely connected with my profession. Also, maybe like sports people that they are talking about improving their health and also mental health. It's also very interesting to me. Other than that, sometimes there's a time when I go back from work home, and if there is a traffic jam on my commute home, on my way home from work, and I'm usually very tired, I would prefer to listen to music and just relax. Sometimes I sleep during a traffic jam because I usually go home. I usually commute, or I usually use public transport. That's why I bought myself a good pair of headphones. Something like that. So I wouldn't say that it's a perfect answer, but at least it's something. Okay. Aruzhan, another answer. If I'm in a traffic jam, I usually listen to music or check my phone if I'm not the driver. Yes. I try to stay patient because getting stressed won't make the traffic move faster. Yes! Aruzhan, yes. A really good answer. I really like your answer. Good. Very good. People, use Aruzhan's ideas. Use Aruzhan's ideas. She has really good ideas. Okay, Bek Sultan. I like black color cars. Black color cars. Black color cars. Maybe just black cars. I really like black cars. I really like cars which are black. Maybe black color cars. Maybe. Странно звучит. Maybe. Okay. Black color cars. I like black color cars because they simply look more affluent. 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 What do you mean affluent? Like rich. They look affluent. But on the other hand, there is main problem with overheating inside of car. Okay, so affluent usually is not used with cars. With cars, you can say that they look rich, that they look expensive, but you cannot say it like about a car that is affluent. For example, you cannot say about a car that it's wealthy. Wealthy, only a person can be wealthy, and a person can be affluent. About a car, you have to say it looks rich and it looks expensive. Those two words. Or you can say it looks luxurious. It looks luxurious. Or it looks elite, you can say. Okay? And then on the other hand, there is a main problem with overheating inside of car. Not inside of car, but inside the car. Problem with overheating. Overheating is good. Also, you can say with the how do you say it? With the heat inside the car, or with the how to say it, overheating, not overheating. No, normal. That's okay, no problem. Okay, Aruzhan says the lesson is going really well, and you are my students are doing really well. Actually, I really like today's lesson. Okay, so today's heroes, let's wrap it up. Today we were talking about cars, and if you are not familiar with the cars topic, you can watch today's lesson and learn many new things, especially from Aruzhan. I really liked Aruzhan's answers. Okay, and also who was answering? Notebook LM also was answering. Really good answers. I really liked your answers. Then Big Sultan also had really good answers. Okay, if I haven't mentioned your answer, I'm sorry. JZ Design also had good answers. And that's all, I guess. Okay, so we will talk about another difficult topic tomorrow. I choose topic of cars because for many students it's like they don't know anything about cars. That's why they have to learn some new ideas. So that's why tomorrow we will choose something really difficult and we will try to answer those questions. And please come to those lessons and learn some new words, learn some new ideas, learn how to talk on different topics with us. Okay, we will help you every day. I'm here every day, you come here every day, and we will be happy every day. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Thank you for coming. I really loved your answers. I really appreciate that you are coming here. I will be waiting for you tomorrow at 9 o'clock by Astana time. Tell your friends that here we have free practice every day and you can have answers to your questions every single day. Okay guys, be healthy, be happy, and see you tomorrow on another